everyone, and welcome back to How Come. I am so excited for our first live show. Charlotte and I can't wait to see you guys. April 25th, Stand Up New York. That's right, our first live podcast with stand-up show and maybe a sing-along. No, definitely a sing-along. It's going to be the best. A lot of you have already bought tickets. We can't wait to see you. It's going to be amazing. For those of you who haven't yet, don't even worry. You can still get them at standupny.com. And please use our promo code HowCome for 25% off the tickets. The tickets are only $20, but we always love a discount. Again, there's going to be stand-up. There's going to be a live podcast where Charlotte and I interview Lola Jean about squirting and sexting. Some of our past guests are the ones doing stand-up. I'm going to be doing stand-up. Ben's doing stand-up. Leclerc Andre is one of our guests that I'm announcing now. He's going to be there doing stand-up. So if you guys want to come meet a tall, hot guy. No, I'm not sicking you all on Leclerc. I'm pretty sure he just moved in with his girlfriend. But there is going to be a lot more stand-up, a lot more fun. So come out, standupny.com, promo code HowCome, April 25th, Stand Up New York. Can't wait to see you there. If you want us to come to a town near you, that's what Patreon is for. Honestly, we don't have the most funds for touring right now. And we appreciate everyone who is a patron right now, who's given us moolah, because that's how we keep this podcast going. So yeah, go to patreon.com/howcome if you want to support us. You can get extras. I just put up the Carly Shortino extras from the Slut Ever episode last week. They are great extras. We get really deep and juicy. So yeah, go to patreon.com/howcome and support us. That would be great. If you want to support us without money, that's great too. Please like, rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. Did you guys just hear that cheering? I'm sitting in a house right now where boys are watching sports. Kill me. But yes, please like, rate, review, and subscribe. Once we hit 1,000 ratings, I'm going to put up an extra episode just like I did with the 500 ratings. So 2 episodes in 1 week. We've got really, really good ones stored up for you. So yeah, go rate from some stranger's phone, whatever you got to do. Let's get it to 1,000. Yeah, I'm really excited for this episode. We're interviewing my friend. He's a comedian. His name is Lev Fer. He has the Young Daddy podcast where he gives dating and relationship advice. And so we're going to talk to him today. So yeah, rate, review, subscribe, Patreon, and fucking come see us. If you're in the New York area or you're in Philly or somewhere where you can drive, come to Stand Up New York on April 25th. Charlotte and I are going to be hanging out after the show. Hopefully we'll be able to meet and cuddle with all of you. If you don't remember Stand Up NY, don't worry. I will put that link right down in the about section of this podcast. But yeah, let's get this episode started.
How come? How come? How come I can't achieve? How come I can't achieve? I'm rolling up my sleeves. I'm rolling up my sleeves. Oh baby, I believe these guests can help. 'Cause I can't do it by myself. I wanna jizz.
We are sitting here with adorable comedian, podcaster, the Young Daddy himself.
Oh, that's so
guys,
sweet.
Give it up for Lev Fer.
You can hear him clapping.
I'll put in stadium cheering.
You're the first person to introduce me as the Young Daddy on a
Why?
podcast.
That's the name of your podcast.
I know, but I think people are afraid to say it. You know what I mean?
Why?
And also, at shows when they bring me on, they feel embarrassed saying Young Daddy. So I had a host the other day go he's got a great podcast. He's going to tell you what it is. Help me welcome Lev Fer. And I went on and I was like, I'm not going to tell you what my podcast is in the middle of my fucking set.
Well, I've had that done to me too, and I honestly think it's just because they forget the name.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Okay, so what is a Young Daddy to you?
I don't know. It was just to me, it was a funny, kind of rap-like name. And
Young Daddy.
Yeah. And all my.
Young Jeezy.
Exactly. You know? And I'm surprised you know who Young Jeezy is.
Why?
Hey, come Young Jeezy.
Trying to take it easy.
Only way to.
Great song.
We are definitely the only podcast in the world doing that right now.
Oh no, that's a thing in podcasting.
Is it?
No.
Just singing cheesy lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and then basically my audience is a lot of women as well, because on my podcast we talk a lot about, intimacy and dating and relationships. Just anything people have questions about, they write in and we answer it. So
Yeah. And you're a young, like a seriously young daddy though.
Yeah.
Like you're almost 22.
Yeah, about to be 22. When is this coming out?
You'll be 22 when it comes out for sure.
Future me will be 22 years old by the time this episode airs.
Hi, future me.
Lev, I got a lot of advice for you from the past. All
You
right?
ever see Cupid Me in South Park when Cartman's like, Cupid Me?
No.
It's okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are a young daddy. I only bring that up because what gives you then the advice?
Like, why am I qualified?
Yeah.
Is that the question?
Yeah, like you were like, everybody has questions. I'm going to answer them.
Right. You know what the answer is? I have no fucking idea.
Okay.
I don't know what people just like ask me these kinds of things all the time. And I think it's because I've always just been very outspoken and like honest about things.
You are very honest.
Yeah. Like I don't have it in me to lie to anybody or like be soft with them. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I have a lot of empathy for people and I want to see them do as great as they possibly can, like to the highest level. So if one of my friends like asks me for something, I'm not going to be like, hey man, you know, just sometimes it is like that. I'm going to be like, no, you got to do this and that and this. Okay.
Yeah.
Kill her, bury the body. Don't tell anybody. Like, you know what I mean?
Tough love.
Yeah. I'll lay it down. So, and also I think like a lot of people are just kind of afraid to be honest with their partners and afraid to like how often do people ask you questions like, oh my God, like I'm thinking this thing about my partner and I don't know if I should ask him. It's like the answer is
lot.
always ask him.
Yeah.
Just always be
Yeah.
honest and communicate. And even that is like something people need to be reminded of.
No,
you
and
know?
what people usually do when they can't ask the person, they start asking other people, and then it becomes an even bigger thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like kindergarten.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's no good. By the way, obviously Charlotte's here. I know I don't have to announce that every episode, but it's season 2, you guys. Double the cum, double the Casimir. Woo.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think that's on a robe somewhere.
There's cum on a rope somewhere. Yeah.
But like, okay, so I've heard a few of your episodes.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. What'd you think of the show?
Horrible. No. I think I really like the tough love approach of like you clearly want the best for your listeners and your friends, and it's very sweet and it is very empathetic. And I was like, okay.
Oh, sensing a huge
Here's
butt
the
there.
thing though. Oh,
Here it
there's
is. Here it is. All right.
sometimes I wonder. Because clearly,
What do you wonder,
something
Shay?
made you start this, right?
Yeah.
You're clearly having enough sex or have had enough relationships to consider yourself an advice giver of sorts, you know?
Yeah.
But my
Yeah,
question
I was going to
was,
say, what was
Yeah.
your butt?
the butt was, is Lev a softie with fuckboy tendencies or a fuckboy with softie tendencies?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I waited with bated breath.
Well, I had a lot of lead up.
Yeah.
You looked nervous asking it. Like you were like, I've been wording this all day. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
See, I wonder that same thing because after I started watching, like we followed each other pretty recently, and I started watching your stories every day, and I was like, oh, he's so good at like Instagram because like
thank you.
it's not
I don't even know
annoying,
what
it's
I'm
not
doing.
imposing, it's great.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff on the Instagram, I was like, whoa. So, like one of them was, hey guys, I'm not watching porn this month, so if you could all refrain from sending me nudes,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Right.
And I'm like, how many nudes is Lev getting that he needs to make this disclaimer?
You know what the worst part is it made it, I was genuinely so serious.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, like, please just don't send nudes. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not watching porn anymore. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, except for
And why
yesterday.
is that?
I realized I think porn is bad for you. Like all my buddies were like, my friends were like addicted to it, and they were like, I'm gonna stop watching it. Like I think I have to.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, yeah, fuck it, I'll stop watching it too. Like why not? You know. And I think it actually does affect like your dopamine levels as a person.
Everything that's enjoyable does.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like any substance. It's like, yeah, your friend could be addicted to cocaine, but that doesn't mean that you're addicted. I mean, you can stop
Right.
doing cocaine.
Right.
You can stop whenever you want.
It's almost like I'm shaving my head because my friend got cancer.
Exactly.
Like, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
doing.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
you know what? You're doing something. I'll help you out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But how many nudes are you getting?
I'll put it this way, and here's the thing: my tone, and I realize the way my voice sounds, I sound like a douchebag even when I'm not trying to. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the amount of nudes I was getting, and I'm not bragging.
Yeah.
it was like it ruined them for me. I was
Right.
desensitized.
I was going to say like
Sure.
your acclimating.
Yeah,
They're not as exciting.
I'd open up my Snapchat and it's like 30 just random people just sending their tits like, have a great day. And it's like, it becomes a chore. You know what I mean? It's
Have a
like
great day.
Tits and faces or just tits?
both. Like, there was like a girl like, here's the inner rim of my butthole. And you're like, wow,
Whoa.
okay. I'm having breakfast.
Yeah.
You know? So, and
I was talking about the inner room of my butthole with my friend this morning. I'm not even kidding. She responded to a poll I had about how all assholes are dark.
Oh, your
That's not
old
true.
Twitter status.
Yeah, and she responded and she said, not mine.
yeah.
And I was like, really? And I said, well, mine has a beauty mark next to it, just like it on my face. Like my asshole and my face look identical. And she goes,
You have an ass face.
I have an ass face.
That's definitely not something to put in the Tinder bio.
No. And she goes, why do you know that?
She also said that, like, how do you know? Having just told you what her butthole looks like.
So true.
Hello. She's been looking at her butthole.
Well, no, it's
That is also checkmate, yeah.
or maybe somebody
Wrote her a
told
letter.
her.
By the way,
told her.
nice to
Maybe
see
somebody
you.
was
Your
back there
butthole
and,
looks like
and
this.
was like, darling, you have the most pristine white asshole.
A lot of porn stars bleach their buttholes.
I know.
I not all buttholes are dark. I've seen pink buttholes before.
Really?
Yeah. There's two
Not all buttholes.
yeah.
Not all buttholes.
Black butthole lives matter.
Yeah,
That's
well,
just-
yeah, light buttholes as well, apparently. So back to the is Lev a fuckboy in a sweet guy's body or is a whatever? Either way,
I love this question.
what do you think?
I'm excited to find out. Like, I don't know. I
Interesting.
didn't
What do
shoot
you
at
wanna
either
be?
one. I definitely not. Here's the thing. Like, I don't think I do things that are fuckboy like. I don't think like.
What do fuckboys do?
I feel like that's such a loose term nowadays. I think like what do you think of a fuckboy? Like, I think of a guy who's like ghosting every chick.
Yeah.
Isn't real with his intentions.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. A DM slider.
yeah.
Like a heavy DM slider. Like follows all butt models. Will
Right.
ghost your ass. Pretend to be really into you and just,
Yeah.
you know.
The only time
Mosting. We learned about that. Mosting's a new term. It's
What
when
is
you
that?
pretend to really, really, really like the person, then you ghost them.
Jeez. Well, here's the thing. You know what? This is what I was going to say. That's not real. Saying
think so
pretending
either.
you really like somebody, because here's what happens to men. It's something we talked about on my show too, is like we are very honest in the moment with what we want from you.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I started seeing this girl. We were seeing each other a lot right away, right? She's on top of me. We're fucking. And in that moment, I genuinely am thinking like, I'm going to date this person. Like, I really want to date this person.
Yeah.
The next day, I didn't feel that way anymore. The next day I was like, you know what? Like I just can't get myself there anymore. I just don't feel it. And it's not like it's not even a decision I'm making. It's like my brain has decided this for me. It's like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? So when you say like a guy's like mosting, it's like, I'm sure there are probably some shitty dudes out there who are like really pretend to like a girl just to fuck her. I think that's insanely pathetic and like just disingenuous, and you shouldn't do shit like that. Like
Yeah.
no matter who you are, like
Yeah.
guy or girl.
Yeah.
But like if in times where I have like ghosted somebody or came off that way, that would have been the reason, is because I was like, you know what, like I'm not as interested as I thought I was.
Totally. I don't think that's
I think
unique
that's
to
fair.
guys either.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we been like, I got the ick?
Yeah.
When you just get the ick and someone.
What is that?
Like you
Oh,
just get
man.
this like
You
see something that they do or like
one thing bothers you and then everything they do, you're
Yeah.
just like, you're the most annoying person and I can't have you around.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you literally
And you feel
like your
bad about
spine tenses and you're like, ugh, how am I in the same room as you? Like
Right.
now you are the most embarrassing thing about me.
Damn, yeah. If somebody ever said that to me, I don't think I'd ever get hard again.
Well,
She took that line from a horrible thing I've said.
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
No, it's not in the moment, but like, yeah, if you're, you know, when you're trying to make something work with someone maybe
Right.
and you're just icked out and it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's being a fuck boy. Sometimes
No,
things
I
happen.
think what happens after the ick is what shows your true colors. If you are like, okay, babe, I'm gonna go get you a bagel. See you, and then you
Yeah.
just never see her again. That's no good.
Well, that's what my dad did to me. But
Is that true?
no.
Oh, I was like, oh my God, Lev.
Can you imagine just
And I never got my bagel.
Jewish fathers, they just leave for bagels and never come back. I'm going to get salmon. I'll be back in an hour.
Are you a Jew?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My name means heart in Hebrew. How did you
Oh
not
my
know that?
I didn't know that.
I thought you knew we had the Jewish bond.
I just thought we liked each other's personalities.
Really?
Yeah.
No. What are you, crazy? I'm only with you because you're not a Gentile. Let's do it.
Well,
Can I just say though, with all the we're throwing I think when a girl calls a guy a fuckboy, like there are probably definitely some like fuckboys out there, and they're probably mostly between the ages of like 19 to 23. It's like college kids, but if a girl's like he's a fuckboy, I think that's like lazy thinking a lot of the time, and it's like he might just not be that into you.
That's definitely true. Oh.
And we have to stop labeling like anytime dating is finding out if you're compatible with somebody.
Sure. I always assume someone's a fuckboy though when they're too into me. Like
Really?
yeah. But if you were to stick it out, they would be on to the next one in a second. Like low standards.
That just sounds like
very,
a needy
That just sounds like somebody with self-esteem issues. That doesn't sound like a fuckboy.
I think fuckboys have self-esteem problems.
No, I think
Don't we
fuckboys.
all?
We all, no, that's the thing.
To an extent.
No. Yeah. We all have self-esteem problems. Fuckboys don't care about other people's emotions, namely the girls that they're fucking.
That's a good point.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Should I look up the definition of a fuckboy?
sure,
There is
yeah.
no pure definition though.
You don't know.
But I mean, Urban Dictionary is going to teach
Yeah.
us some shit.
I don't know, like
Webster.
I am curious but most people I asked though, they have like a different definition of a fuckboy. Like your definition, I would have never applied that to.
But I do think it just might be somebody who doesn't like you at some point.
Yeah.
Like if literally they've never given you a reason to think they were into you.
Right.
That's just somebody who's casually fucking you.
Yeah. I also think a lot of the reason why guys ghost girls are because genuinely we don't want to hurt your feelings. We don't want to have to like sit you down or send that text of like, hey, like I'm sorry, like this just isn't what I thought it was going to be. Like that's when I've ghosted somebody, it's been because I'm like, I don't want to like fuck up your day. Like I don't want to just bum you out today.
How many texts from her though will you get while ghosting? Like
I feel like it's kind of changed with me recently.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like I'll do the upfront. I'll be like, you know what, like I think you're a wonderful person. Like I just don't see this going further than it is. Like, you know, we can grab coffee and shit. Like if you want, we can hang out and be friends. But like,
say you ghost somebody,
yeah,
or whatever. You hook up one night, you're not talking to her. She messages you in the morning, hey, let's get a coffee or whatever. You don't respond. Is something wrong? You don't respond. How many of those do you go without finally being like,
probably two.
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 Okay.
Yeah. I had like a hookup like a month ago that was just like a one night stand kind of thing. Like, and then afterward, and I just like I wasn't, you know, I didn't. She lived in Bushwick, so I'm not gonna make that work.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. You know, I got to
Long distance relationships are hard.
Yeah.
Like, so and like she was a great girl, cool girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and then she like messaged me and was like, hey, like what are you doing tonight? And I didn't respond. And then she sent me a nude, like cold.
Whoa.
And I was like, you know, in my head I'm like, this is a great nude, but I'm not gonna like encourage that again.
Right.
So instead I was like, hey, like, you know, I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah.
You look great, but this isn't it.
You look
know?
great, but not for me.
Yeah. Somebody
Yeah.
is gonna love that.
Would you ever refer a friend? Have you referred a friend? Because you have so much runoff. All these babes.
Thank you.
No, so then this is the one thing on your stories that made me think, maybe he's not a fuckboy. You wrote one, it was just a black screen, and it said, I just want to be in love.
Oh man, I guarantee I was drunk in an Uber.
Yeah,
Probably
but to
3
just
a.m.
have that emotion and put it out there is
That's very vulnerable.
a very
Like,
vulnerable, very feminine, but in a good way thing to
that's
do.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Not feminine, estrogeny.
Empathetic.
Human.
It's very human.
It's very human
I'm a very
thing to do.
sensitive guy,
Yeah.
honestly. Like I've always been that way, even as a kid. Like I'm just very sensitive to people, very sensitive to emotions, and like a fan actually described it perfectly. I think they described me as a hopeless romantic slut, and I was like, that is perfect.
Yeah.
because like I love sex. I'm a very sexual person. Like, you know, I started jerking off at like 6. Like I was just
Do you remember the first time you came?
Well, I was orgasming, but not coming till I was like 13 or 14.
Right.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, and I was jerking off like 8 times a day. And one day my mom caught me when I was like 6, and she like, in her head, like Russian mom, she's like, oh my God, like my kid's gonna be a fucking freak. Like,
Yeah.
and she tried to scare me. She's like, you're not allowed to do that. If you do that again, I'm gonna kill you.
No.
Like, just, I don't remember exactly what she said, but to scare me.
kill you.
And then she closed the door. She walked in on me jerking off. And then
At 6.
That's haunting.
And as she walked out of the room, I remember her going, I'm willing to die for this. And I just started jerking off again. Like, and you just couldn't stop me everywhere. The fucking living room. If somebody else was in the other room, I was in the other room jerking off. Like, I just loved it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that's the year that I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely going through that. You know, like that tapers off later.
Yeah.
Because I remember that. Like, I remember one time I was watching, I mean, I must have been like 8 or something. I was like in the living room. You know, my brother's on a different couch. I'm on one couch. We both got like blankets on us watching TV.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, here's a random boner. Just sneak one in, you know? Just like casual jerk while no one's around.
Oh my God.
I didn't give a fuck.
That's
And like,
so
he
funny.
never noticed and we've never talked about it. But
Did he, because your brother's how much older than you?
he's 7 years older. He's 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he tell you about jerking off or teach you or in any way, or did you just
No.
figure it out yourself?
I just figured it was just, I was destined to find my penis.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very convenient. I was just,
You don't know you're doing anything wrong until your mom fucking walks in
Yeah.
on it.
Well, but that's the thing is you're not doing anything wrong.
Right.
right. And it's so different for you guys too. Cause like I don't think you guys have, I don't know why exactly, but you hear that less of like, yeah, I was like 7 and I was just like constantly coming all the time. It's like, sometimes I'll be hooking up with a chick and she'll just flat out tell me like, I've never had an orgasm before.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, oh shit, like she's 19, like, and she's fucking college dudes, and none of them, you know, can satisfy her because they don't know what the fuck they're doing because they're like also dumb idiot college guys.
Yeah.
Or they
you know?
don't ask, or she doesn't know herself.
She doesn't know
Usually
yet.
that's
Yeah.
it.
If she's never had an orgasm, I always say it's not really the guys. It's like
Totally.
she's lived with her own body for 19 years. Like,
Yeah, someone just wrote in who I went to college with. She's still there actually.
Right.
And she was saying how she just started listening to the podcast. She was like, I've never masturbated before. And now that I've listened, like, I'm really starting to consider it. I was like, go.
Do it.
Go now.
Do
yeah.
it.
What's the I mean, I get it. I totally get it. But it's, yeah.
I know a lot of girls who don't masturbate because they have their own like kind of mental stigmas of like, no, and I ask like, why don't you? There's never a good answer. It's always, I just don't.
It's not for me.
Yeah, that's what they
They
say.
feel gross. They feel wrong. It's
Yeah.
nothing is like natural though about those thoughts. That's things that have been like imposed on them.
Yeah.
And I'll say there's nothing more discouraging in bed with somebody than when they tell you like, yeah, I don't masturbate. Because then,
Really? Why is that?
because then you know, like they're probably not going to come because they're not used to it, and it's like those are usually the people you have the most trouble with when it comes to like sexual communication. Like
Right.
I do a bit in my act about how like older girls are so much better sexually.
Yeah.
And one of the lines is like, you're hooking up with a young chick. You ask her like, what do you like? What makes you come? And she's like, I don't know, but I hope I'll find out.
Right.
And
Older
I hope
girls,
you're
like-
the one that can tell me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of pressure.
Older
Yeah, I
girls
know.
just like
You
grab
tell
that
me.
hammer and bang my clit with it until I come. Like I want to feel alive, kid. Like they're just in the pocket. You know, they know what they like. There's no bullshit.
Yeah.
I love
so
that.
true.
Like there's no, you know what I mean? She'll just be like, your dick's the perfect size for anal. Get it in there. Like they know what they want, which is something a person actually told me was
I've actually had someone say that to me before.
that your dick was the perfect
No,
size for anal.
not my dick. No, they were like asking me if I would do anal. They were like, my dick's the perfect size, I swear.
Really?
That's a good sell.
Interesting. Yeah. People ask me about my dick size all the time, and I've been open about it, but that's like one of the questions I get most.
Well, we're
often.
not going to ask you, but take this lump of clay and show us.
And
No,
fuck it.
and show us
Yeah.
what. No.
Well, Remy always says like it's a very pro small dick podcast.
Yeah, because you don't need a dick to make a woman come. Only 8% of women come from
A dick
only
alone.
vaginal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's I also like. I mean, some people are into bigger dicks. Like, I feel like I'm a like normal size. You know, like if you have an iPhone 8, hold it up. It's
I have a 10.
I'm probably
I have a
about
7.
a centimeter longer than an iPhone 8. So you know, and I only know that because I pressed my dick directly against my iPhone 8.
That's the second person we've had on to say that they measured their dick with an iPhone.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Who was that from Casey Salango? Was it him
I
or
don't
Will
know
or
which one it
Patrick?
was. One of them.
Yeah, one of them.
I asked a girl the other day, I was like, what are you most insecure about? And she told me, and then she asked me in return. I was like, for me, it's so easily two things. It's my weight and my dick.
Well,
100%.
that was my second thing about why Lev might be a sweetie is because, and this is no disrespect to anybody fat at all,
Yeah.
but we've only started becoming body positive as a society very recently, and fat kids used to get made fun of so much.
Yeah.
And you were such a little butter baby.
Yeah, I used to be like 279 pounds when I was like 14 or 15.
That's such a tough age to be
Yeah.
like, insecure about yourself too.
Well, it also, I talk about it in the act, it never goes away. That
Yeah.
fat
That
kid's
feeling.
mentality,
Yeah.
it never leaves you. Like when you losing weight was one of the best things, like aside from like starting comedy, like one of the best things I ever did in my entire life.
Which did you do first?
Lost weight first.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I was like, when I moved to New York even, like I was already maybe like 6 months into stand-up, but I was like heavier. I was probably like 240.
Okay.
You know? So, and like I wasn't working out. But yeah, when you lose weight though, it's just like every part of your life gets so much better.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Everybody treats you differently. You feel healthier. Your sex life gets so much better.
I was going to say, I think it's all intertwined too. It's sort of like a domino effect. Like if you're
Love
losing weight,
Domino's.
love Domino's.
Yeah.
Cheesy bread.
Domino's, as we call it in the neighborhood, you
Oh
know?
my God. I was just like, you guys both play dominoes? That's so...
What a game. No, but like I think it probably, you start losing weight, but you're working out, your endorphins are higher,
Yep.
you're probably
Yeah.
more confident, your vibes are just better, so you kind
Yeah.
of like
You're setting
get
out to
back
do a
more than
goal
you-
and you're seeing results.
Yeah,
That-
you're creating positive energy in your life.
yeah.
Like I've been listening to like Jordan Peterson's a really controversial dude, and he said some shit I don't agree with for sure, but like he has like he talks about controlling chaos in your life and like creating order out of it. And one of the biggest things he talks about is like life inherently is just a sad thing. It's challenging and it's you
Yeah.
know it's shitty. Like
Yeah.
it's a shitty thing living. But that's
Especially not knowing what you're doing it for.
right.
You're just like, I'm just working every day. Why?
Yeah, it's so easy to get into like an existential place of like, why are we fucking doing anything?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But one of the things he said is like, heaven is like when you are working hard on something to the point where you don't even notice and you're just in the flow. You're just working. You know what I mean? Like that's as
Yeah.
good as you ever feel.
Yeah.
When you're right at that point of being challenged with what you're doing,
Yeah.
but not challenged so much that it just becomes chaos. in your
Totally.
life. And like that to me is like why I'm just so addicted to working. Like I'm not a vacation guy.
Yeah.
If I'm 2 days into a vacation, I'm like I need to be doing something
Yeah.
right now. Like, I
Oh
need to
my
be-
God.
I'm the
My
same way.
favorite thing is emailing on a vacation. Like, I love to be in a nice setting doing a hard thing.
Right. Yeah. Because then you just feel like a boss bitch
Yeah,
too.
I'm fucking crushing.
Yeah.
I'm emailing on a Sunday.
I'm very busy.
Yeah.
You're like, this is probably how Kim K does it. I'm gonna be her soon.
Sometimes I think about it, I'm like, Beyonce has the same exact amount of time that I do in
Right.
this day. Like, what is she doing?
That's a fucking great motto.
It's from a meme.
Is it? Damn it.
yeah.
I'm trying to give you some credit here.
Don't.
Yeah. No, that's to me. And like what you said about exercising and stuff too is like on my show. Even like I'll be like, Happy Monday, folks. Do some fucking push-ups today.
Yeah.
Just like do something. Start
Totally.
Yeah.
pushing your life in the right direction. You know, having some fun.
But what you were saying was basically like, because you grew up, you probably got a little bullied, picked on, or like felt insecure.
Wasn't the Lothario you are today, having to tell people not to send nudes.
You have a nice
Person
nice
in you.
person in you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
you had to
think so.
develop a personality and empathy probably too.
No one who was born too hot.
Yeah.
There are very few
Mm-hmm.
who like crushed it at age 12. Like if you were hot, like really hot,
Right.
they're probably not that nice.
And if you are hot and you're 12,
maybe you're okay. I don't know.
you are not that nice and yeah.
If you're 12 right now, kill yourself.
I literally was on the street the other day and walked by a group of like 13-year-old girls and was profoundly afraid.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh my
crazy.
god.
Yeah.
But
Yo.
that I had this deep-seated fear of like,
What are they gonna
someone's
think?
going to make fun of me is crazy
Yeah.
at 25.
I had the vote like this is like the thing of like the fat kid never leaves you. I was in a Chipotle the other day, you know, got my tray of food with the 2 burrito bowls as we do.
Yeah.
And I'm like walking, it's packed, and the only seat is like next to all these really cool like high school kids.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, like they're so cool.
Yeah.
And I like this is how cool they are. They're talking. They're like, "Did you hear about Josh? He died and he deserved it." Like that's how fucking cool they are.
Oh my
You know what I
god.
mean?
So cold, heartless. I got
Yes,
it. Okay, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So
Got it. Yeah.
and like and I'm standing there nervous. I went back to middle
Right?
school in my head.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're not gonna like me.
Yeah.
And I asked her, I was like, is anyone sitting here? And she goes, "No, I guess you can sit there, you know." And I was like, "All right, fine." And I like sat down.
Fucking loser.
Yeah, this is how insecure I got. I
Yeah.
pulled out my Instagram
Yeah.
at LEVFER and
And-
fucking I just had this.
Showed how many followers.
I pulled up my following page
Yeah.
and I put my phone down on the table, like next to me.
And you're like,
just in case that they were like, "Who's this fucking fat piece
loser.
of shit?" Yeah, who's this piece of shit? Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like, okay, fine. It's like 13 followers. Forget it.
Yeah.
It's just- that's how insecure I got. Like as a,
well, they're
and
scary.
but that's nice to hear from a hot boy, isn't it? you
Yeah, it
guys?
is.
that's why
Yeah.
I'm so grateful I was a fat kid. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And people are super grateful in bed because fat people often know how to fuck, especially ones who didn't get it when they're younger.
Yep.
That's what I've heard.
I was going to say, though, you said something super interesting, being like, when a girl says she can't come or never has before,
right.
you're like disappointed by it. Is that because you're like a people pleaser? You want, I mean, that's totally like, I want the other person
Yeah.
to be having as much fun as I am.
It ties hand in hand to what Remy was just saying because like I mean like I was so fat like I didn't know if I would like I would constantly like be in love with like the hottest girl
Yeah.
and like try to and it never went anywhere and I was
Yeah.
like insecure and nervous and worried and like I was a 4-year-old Jew by the time I was like 10. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
I was like, I don't know. She's going to a rave. I don't know if I can save her. Like that was me as a kid. So I used to like lay in bed at night and Google search, can a woman love a fat guy? Like that's
Oh my
I know.
god.
And the-
I'm crying.
and like it'd be like not great websites. It'd be like Yahoo Answers, and
Yeah.
then this
Ask Jeeves. No.
right. And then you know someone
no,
would
you
like
fat ass.
now you fat guy. No, and, like somebody like Mary would be like she'd be like, yes, of course, sweetie, it's what's on the inside that counts. And the next comment's like, don't listen to this fat bitch, like lose weight. That's like Yahoo Answers,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
So
it's so interesting though too because I think women are often like persecuted for their weight a lot more than dudes. Like
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
a lot of guys in pop culture, like dad bods were very popular the last 2 years
yeah.
or whatever, and like I've always said like my type is just a nice face and like a squishy body.
I would
Yeah.
always go for a little heavier than thinner.
Yeah.
Like, I do not like a thin guy.
a girl
Yeah.
literally said to me, she's like, I love your dad bod. And I was like, I didn't know I had
Well,
one.
you
I've
don't
been
have
working
one.
No, I totally do. Like shirt
No.
off, like
Really?
I'm great from chest up.
Okay.
Chest up, I'm solid.
Tits up.
Yeah, tits up, I'm solid. But like below there, I still got some things to
You got a
work on.
fat ass.
I swear, my favorite
Lev's
thing.
got a big ass.
Got saddlebags.
Yeah, you gotta own what you are. Like if I'm in like a dance club or something, or I'm at a bar, they're playing music, like, and I'm dancing with a girl, I'll stand in front of her and be like, "You don't want me to drop that thing on you?" Just start
Little
twerking on
slut
her.
drop.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause this for 1 second because the battery is low, and recently we had a big problem. Hold on. Okay, so we're replacing our batteries on my new Helix mattress, woo, which has arrived. So exciting. Okay, you know how I've been raving about Charlotte's mattress? Well, this one is even better because I took that 2-minute sleep quiz I've been telling you guys about, and the mattress is perfectly perfect for me. I got the one, it's called Helix Midnight Deluxe, which was recently rated the #1 mattress by GQ, so I clearly have amazing taste, and I just got shown that by taking the Helix quiz. So if you want to know if you have amazing taste, take the Helix quiz. But also if you want another mattress and you need a new mattress, I think the Helix is the one for you. They're offering $125 off if you use our promo code. So go to helixsleep.com/howcome and get that $125 off. We also learned something amazing. This might be from my own experiments, but also we learned it from the Helix team because I was like, are these like especially good for sex? Because it seemed like that. And it turns out I was right. Basically, having springs in your mattress rather than just foam helps keep the bed bouncy, and making sure that those springs are very high quality, like Helix, means they stay quiet and they can withstand wear and tear associated with non-sleeping activities, if you know what I mean. Their mattress also has Their mattresses also have stronger edge support, i.e. if you sit on the bed, it won't sink down as much as competitors might, because you know how you get in those positions sometimes. So that keeps things stable. They have a link all about all that stuff on their website. But yeah, you guys should all get Helix mattresses. They're amazing. Like I said, Helix has a 2-minute sleep quiz that matches you to your perfect mattress based on your body type and sleep preferences. It'll also customize you with your unique needs. No more compromising on a mattress that wasn't designed for you. They even make mattresses for couples with different preferences. They have a 10-year warranty, and you can try your mattress for 100 nights risk-free, and they'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but I know you will. So just go to helixsleep.com/howcome, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. Right now, Helix is offering Right now, like I said, Helix is offering up to $125 off all mattress orders. Get up to $125 off at helixsleep.com/howcome. That is helixsleep.com/howcome for up to $125 off your mattress order. So yeah, we were all just sitting on my beautiful Helix, changing out the batteries to this, and we were having like a really good conversation. So I'd love to continue that conversation because we're getting all relaxed on my sweet mattress. But let's restate the conversation into the mics. Charlotte, talk about how you were sexual and you didn't have tits.
Well, it's like, I mean, I was having crushes on boys since I like walked out of the womb.
Yeah.
I walked.
Oh my God.
I trotted out.
Charlotte's diary is hilarious.
Oh my God.
You go
Every
through
page.
it?
Today I like this boy. Oh, changed my mind. Bye.
Well, first of all, she only wrote her diary because I insisted. I was like, I write a diary. You got to start writing a diary. Oh, and also we read them to each other at the end of the day.
Oh my God.
Sometimes.
That sounds
Yeah,
like abuse.
sometimes.
It's like you gotta,
Not always, but I definitely did. And I don't know. Like middle school was weird for me because I was just saying like super underdeveloped. Like everyone was 5'1", 5'2", huge boobs. I was 4'6". Literally, my boobs went inwards. Like it was not a thing that would
You were
ever
so
happen.
cute, though.
But I'd cry, and I would literally cry to my mom, and I would say, "I'm not a woman." Like I don't even know if I knew what that meant, but like
Yeah.
I felt very left out.
Well, I always tried to get her to buy milk for you because when I was younger, I drank a ton of milk, and then it came out that there was like hormones in milk or some
Like
shit
made
like
people
that. Yeah, and I
grow
developed
faster.
really early, so I was always
Interesting.
trying to get milk for Charlotte. And then my mom was like, "We drink Lactaid now. She's lactose intolerant." And I was like,
I was a little loser. I was a lactose intolerant, flat.
Yeah, my brother's lactose intolerant, and he was so bad about it.
Yeah.
Because he'd be like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize there was cheese and mac and cheese." Like meanwhile, we're all in like a family hotel.
You're so hard on your
I grew
brother.
out of it,
I
though.
want to talk about you and your brother because Lev and I were at
Wait, but hold on.
oh.
Let me finish really
Oh,
quickly. You
okay.
asked about the middle school friends. So what's funny was I was saying I was like very sexual, but I didn't have like the body to go with it, so I didn't
Yeah.
really do anything.
Yeah.
But the funniest part, which my friends were just reminding me, which I need to tell you about, was they were like, "Charlotte, I don't know how this happened, but you were the one feeding us all of this sexual information."
Me.
Of course. They were like, "No, because you had 3 older siblings." But I would like
No,
come
you
in.
had me. Jason
Yes,
and
of
Spencer were
course.
telling you about butts and shit. Like what?
No, I mean, Remy was doing shit. She developed very early.
I would have
But I
loved to
was
be able to
so
watch your guys' like
fascinated.
sisterhood for a day. That'd be
Yeah.
adorable. Like if like back in the day.
Back in the day.
I was just
Yeah.
so little. And people were like making out, and I'd be like, "You know what a blowy is? I'm out." Yeah. Like, just like drop bombs and
Yeah.
leave.
That's the best way to tease a guy.
That's
You
hilarious.
like blowjobs? I'm leaving.
Did your brother? You guys are so far apart in age. Do you have
Yeah.
anybody between you?
No, it's just the two of us.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like my big brother that like he's is like my little brother. Does that make sense?
We have one of those.
Yeah, like he's this. Me and Mark are different because he's like very easygoing. He's very lovable, and he's just such a good dude. And-
Well, that's not how you described him to me.
oh yeah, well,
When we were at our friend Jordan Fisher was on the Tonight Show.
hell yeah!
Woo!
Shout out North Carolina.
And we went to go celebrate him and watch it debut. And I see Lev. I was like, "Oh, Lev." And then he's like, "My brother's here." And I was like, "Oh, cool." He goes, "He's fat." And I was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Okay, is he single?" Like, because I'm picturing this like blimp. I don't know. I thought it was like a funny joke. I guess
Yeah.
not. I'm sorry.
I think I told you he's the fattest guy.
yeah,
you've
you were
ever
like,
seen.
he's so fucking fat. And I was
Yeah.
just like, geez, that's like a way to introduce somebody. And then he comes through the crowd like 15 minutes later, and I was like, "Are you Lev's brother?"
Yeah.
And you were like, how do you know? And I was like, because you have the same face.
Right.
And also, he wasn't fat. He's like maybe 15 pounds heavier than you.
He's like a like baby chubby.
What?
But you know,
He's a good-looking boy. Like, if I was single, I would smash.
it's a bit. Like I just make fun of his weight all the time as a bit.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm his brother. I got to break his balls. You know
So,
what I mean?
but for like a sibling, like, have you ever competed over a girl?
He's tried to compete over cheesecake before. He's very fat, but it's just like my favorite bit is calling him fat because like, and he does the same to me. Like he'll be like, "What's up, you fat piece of shit?" And I'm like, "Hey."
Was he fat growing up too?
Yeah, he also like ballooned up to like 290 after college. He got
Okay.
like he got big too.
Okay.
He looks the best he's ever looked now, which isn't saying much, but regardless,
He looks great.
he looks all right. He looks cute. He's fine. You know, I got to break his balls, but
Why?
because he's my brother. You know.
See, if I ever said that to like, if she ever said it to, if we were just like, you're the fattest person ever, like, oh no.
Yeah. Well, it's different for you guys because like that's not something me or him are sensitive about or like to us it's just like jokes. We don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to think of a female equivalent. I guess I don't know if you guys have anything that you guys can just like roast each other over without getting upset.
Like, haha, you're such a slut.
But even that's like, well, first of all, let me tell you that it's being accepted now, and it's like
Me and my friends roast each other a lot.
maybe eyebrows.
Our group me's called sluts.
She
Like,
makes fun of me for shaving my forehead because I do it sometimes. I
ridiculous.
don't.
Wait,
I
what
have-
part of your forehead?
Exactly. Like I only do it sometimes, and it's like maybe like once a year. I just get these like little baby hairs that I get really bothered by, and I'll just like shave them off.
Yeah, everybody's got fucking hairs and weird
it's just
places.
oh,
She'll-
for sure.
she'll
No,
just
but
come
I
in-
don't make fun of her for having them.
Yeah.
I'll see it like a patch.
She's like,
Be
did you
just
shave
leave
your
it.
head again?
Like,
Yeah.
like just it's just funny to me. Like imagining her, this like perfect little thing, taking a
Right.
razor to her head.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't need to.
Sometimes
do
you got to
that.
go between the brows. You know.
I just like it. Like
Tweeze.
the Kardashians have such a round forehead, and I just
Yeah.
like you know.
But then wax.
my forehead is a little more geographical than theirs.
What do you mean geographical?
You know, it's got like topography. It's like a map. It's
Remy,
like
you don't even. You know what? Here's another thing I noticed too: is like people who are like genuinely so hot are so insecure about their looks. It's unbelievable. I'm not talking about you. All right, I'm talking. No,
Love thinks you're hot.
no, I'm serious. Like the like girls that I'll date that are like just gorgeous that I like am like blown away at their beauty are the most insecure about every single part of their body.
I think maybe because they think it's all they have. Probably like if they lose that,
Yeah.
they're like, "Fuck, no one's gonna like me."
Well, I just think it's a thing where like generally like the better looking you are, the more you look in the mirror and think you have to improve. You know what I mean? Whereas like if you grow up a fat kid, basically if you're a parent out there, make your kids eat McDonald's 3 times a day like mine did. They're going to be better
Okay.
people for it.
Okay.
Totally.
Do it because I was laying in
It
bed.
might not help though because people realize that fat people aren't like disgusting now, and there's like a lot of big, beautiful women out there.
No, but not
owning their
about
shit.
other people. He's saying you will find yourself so beautiful because
That's
it's
not what I'm
like-
saying at all.
No?
No. I'm not one of these body positive, everybody's gorgeous people.
no, I'm
I'm
saying
not
you've
saying
gotten
you
better.
are. I'm
Yeah.
So it's
saying
like
the world is though, so they
Right.
might not get as picked on.
Do you think they really are?
I definitely have, and I'm like, we grew up here, which is like
Yeah.
very body negative. Like, if you are a woman with like over
By
100
here you mean a
pounds,
Jewish household, right?
No, Manhattan.
Right.
And a Jewish household. But
Yeah.
like New York City is like very like you need to be like wayfish, I always felt. I don't know if you agree. But I also grew up like doing ballet. Like you wanted to be like really fucking thin. And I
Right.
would always be the most judgmental of anybody overweight. And like following body positive accounts has made me be like, wow, like look how beautiful these people are.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
how sexy they feel. And like I am trying to internalize that more because I still feel like if my arms look fat one day and I wear a sleeveless shirt, it's rude to the other people in the
Right.
room.
Wait, hang on. Say that one more time. I
If
just wanna
my
process
arms look
that.
fat one day and
Yeah.
I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt,
Right.
I feel like I'm like offending other people that they like have to see.
You see what I mean? Like nobody in their right mind would ever look at you and
I
be like,
know, and people say that to me all the time. I think it's just I have a judgmental mind that I need to get
Yeah.
out of, and I'm trying. And I think,
Yeah.
My thing with like the whole like body positive thing is like, okay, to a certain extent, like cool. Like I'm for positive energy being out there in any way.
Mm-hmm.
But like when it as a person who's been on the other side of it and like
Yeah.
every single fucking part of my life improved. Like everything from like not leaving a puddle of sweat on everything I sat on to not losing boners in the middle of sex. Like every little thing. Literally, you just be like you just give out at a certain point. Your dick's like, dude, I don't know what body you think we're attached to, but this planking thing is not working. Like,
I cannot imagine fucking as a dude.
For so long.
Oh my God, guys are strong. Like
really strong.
Yeah.
I love like picking girls up, like throw her over my shoulder, just like hold her up in the air, just because like, and she's like, wow, this is cool. I'm just like, yo, yeah, like I'm strong. Like I'm just being a dumb guy in my head. Like, yo, I could probably throw her in the air.
You're like I've been lifting myself this whole time. I can lift you easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but so you were saying feed your kids McDonald's because why then?
Because here's if it goes the right way, it's a risky move, but
high risk, high reward.
Yeah, high risk, high reward. But because I was a fat kid, I would like look up. I realized I was like, okay, I'm a fat kid. I'm so big. I don't know if I'm circumcised or not. Like I was a mess. Right?
$1, find your penis.
Find your penis, $1.
I was like 15 asking my dad, like, was I circumcised? And he's like, buddy, I don't remember. Like, there were no help. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm probably not going to be laying the best pipe. So I'm just going to cut my losses. I'm going to look up how to eat pussy properly. You know what I mean? Look up fingering guides. Go on reddit.com/r/sex.
Look up fingering guys. I was like, that works too.
You look up some fucking sex guides. Read how to like make women happy, how to listen, how to communicate, how to perform. That's what being a fat kid did for me.
That's great.
You became a good listener.
Yeah. You know?
You cared.
Especially to menus. I'm like, what are the specials today? You know, it's like
I'm making eye contact with you.
Right.
Good.
Can I ask you a penis question?
Of course.
So
is your penis circumcised?
No.
That's
I'm still figuring it out.
Okay, good.
Just because you have a lot of like female listeners, so do we.
Yeah.
This was a conversation me and one of my guy friends were having that he said a lot of girls don't know. A lot of girls will internalize it very much if a guy like loses his boner during sex.
Yeah.
They'll think, I'm disgusting. What did I do wrong? Like, am I gross? Would you say, my friend was saying, usually it's because maybe you drank too much. Maybe he's on something. Maybe he got so intimidated. He was like, I've lost him before because the girl was actually so hot that I was like, had performance anxiety about it.
Yep. No, it's usually because she's so disgusting and you should take it personally. It's none of that. No, it has nothing to do with that. Here's the thing: when a woman feels that insecure about it, the guy is feeling twice as insecure about it. Yeah. I would like lose boners. I like if you're drinking, it can play. I find that if I've like been drinking a lot, I don't get as hard. You know what I mean? As like if I'm like clear and like sober and focused. But it's really just a mental thing. And like sometimes you'll have. Like when I told this girl, I was like, I'm insecure about my dick. But I think every guy is to a certain extent of like, is this going to be enough? Is she going to enjoy this? It's like, it's the most, intimate part of you.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the time you're like, I hope, she's into this. And then you're worried about, what if I don't get hard? What if I don't? And as soon as you start thinking that, you're kind of fucked.
It's over.
Totally.
Yeah. So
I'm actually so glad that we're talking about losing boners. We don't talk about it a lot, and it happens to a lot of people. And we partnered with this amazing brand called Roman that can help you last way longer. Because, like, every guy wants to last longer, but thinking about baseball doesn't always work, right? So the folks at Roman, an online men's health company, are changing the game with Roman Swipes, the secret to longer, better sex. Roman Swipes are convenient, over-the-counter wipes clinically proven to help you last longer. They're effective, doctor-approved, easy to use, and fast-acting. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, swipes are the real deal. Studies have shown up to a 340% increase in stamina after 3 months of regular use. What? Roman Swipes will ship to you in discreet, unmarked packaging, and each Swipes packet is small enough to hide in your wallet. What makes Swipes better than all those creams and foams out there is the desensitizing effect will not transfer to your partner or numb you. Very good. And they're super easy to use. Just take the swipes out of the packet, wipe it on your most sensitive areas, and wait a few minutes. That's it. Keep Roman Swipes in your back pocket for longer, better sex, and get yours fast by visiting getroman.com/howcome. That's getroman.com/howcome. You guys are seriously going to love these. If you want to use our promo code at Roman Swipes and make your boners last longer, go to getroman.com/howcome.
you have to. But I gave, I think, the best blowjob tip of all time on my show like a week ago. Because everybody's like, what do I do with the balls? Do I stare at them? Do I put a tack in them? What do I do? this is the best blowjob tip you can ever have in your life. As soon as this guy pulls his dick out, or you take it out, just go, I cannot wait to suck that.
Yeah.
Just say something that makes him go, okay, cool. She likes my dick.
Yeah.
Awesome. We're rocking and rolling. That it is going to make the sex you have so much fucking better.
I think with girls too, just like
Yeah.
Body worship is
affirmation.
such a big deal, and I wish people would do it more.
I agree.
I tell every girl, I'm like, your pussy is so tight.
That's so great.
Yeah, and sometimes she's like, dude, I haven't even shown it to you yet. I'm guessing. I think it's going to be great.
That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the show Naked Dating?
No.
Okay, so Charlotte.
It sounds like
Naked
something you would
Attraction?
invent.
Naked Attraction. Sorry.
Okay.
No, Naked Dating's an American show.
Chloe texted me about this the other day, right? It said you need to be on this show.
LaBranche?
Yeah, I think she was hanging out with you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, I guess, telling everyone about this show.
You're just plugging
It's
this show
insane.
for free.
Yeah,
That's probably going to
literally.
get canceled in a season.
No, well, I don't think so. So Charlotte found the show, so you can introduce it.
I mean, two of my friends told me about it. But it doesn't matter.
You don't have to give them that credit.
We're so good about credit. It's this British show, Naked Attraction, and you basically have 6 people
Right.
in these pods, and the contestant is choosing from these 6 people, but it starts at the bottom. So first you start just looking at 6 dicks.
Okay.
And then
No,
you
so
choose.
it's these little, they're not pods because you're making it sound round. It's these little slots that have like doors over them, and the
Right.
doors slide up. So the
Yeah.
first round, they slide up right above the dick.
Yeah.
So all you're seeing
you
is
see the
5
dicks?
sets
Yeah.
of legs and dicks.
And dicks. You just
and
see
the
5
the
dicks.
woman goes up being like, I like this one because the pubes are nice.
Right.
And this
It's
one, he's got
hilarious.
strong legs, and he's, and they're very respectful about
So
each other's
respectful.
bodies. But you see dicks and vaginas and bodies that you have never
Never.
known existed.
I'm watching this.
it's
you
wild.
need to. There's
I'll send
only
you the
I'm
one.
already
No,
in.
but there's only one episode available. To
No, I've seen more.
You've seen more?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the one I know is on dailymotion.com.
Yeah.
But
Well, see, I'm a bit of a grower and not a shower, so I feel like I'd be
Are
knocked out
you?
right
No, you
yeah.
wouldn't. That's what you would think, and that's why I was amazed. It's
She'd
like,
be like, I don't know who's attached to that baby dick over there, but
well, there was an episode.
Yeah.
There's this little micro penis, okay?
yeah.
This
he-
dude stays in for like 3
3
rounds.
rounds, yeah.
Her issue, she never even
It's so funny.
commented on how small it was. She was like, there aren't enough pubes for
aren't
me.
enough pubes.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, they're really into pubes.
I've never
sometimes.
heard that be an issue.
Yeah.
I just changed my manscaping plan.
From what to what?
Well, I used to take
more pubes to less pubes,
honestly,
or less pubes to more pubes.
less pubes to more pubes.
Nice.
Because I used to only go like very short scissor on top, like at the base. And then I would take a woman's razor for legs and shave everything below that, like balls completely, etc.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was very like groomed. And now I was like, you know what? I'm tired of having fucking razor bumps and
Yeah.
shit.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, and then you're standing there like in the shower, like, do I have herpes now? What the fuck is that? Like, it's every week going, do I have herpes?
Yeah.
So instead, and the answer is always yes. It
Yeah.
doesn't go away. I keep trying to remind myself. But now I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to take these fucking little like tiny nail scissors and I just trim everything down
I think
short.
trim is
Smarter.
the best for everyone. Like, especially if your skin is sensitive. I would shave my box in high school, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's gonna be sick. I'm gonna have a great party," and then
Yeah.
you get razor burn or something, and you're like, "Now, it's more unattractive."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just bald with a disease.
You look like your vagina's been like nuked. It's just like
got
radioactive.
chickenpox.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it home and put it in an oatmeal
My
bath.
vagina's been doing chemo.
Yeah.
Just got fucking bumps, hair patches and shit.
Yeah.
We're all so insecure about the same shit.
yeah.
Of course.
Like girls, boys.
Do you know what's crazy though too? I remember when I was little, I used to have didn't know they were such deep thoughts, but now I do. I'm like, wow, what an insightful child. I would look at pictures from like the 40s of people going to the beach, and I'd be like, what did they do about their pubes?
Yeah.
Like, weren't they embarrassed about their fucking pubes? No, because they didn't have the fucking industries of what's it called? Not fashion, but
it was like the beauty
the
industry.
beauty
Advertising.
industry,
Like telling them what
and
was gross and
advertising,
cool and
telling
yeah.
you what's gross about yourself that you need to fix that you actually don't to live a completely
Right.
happy life, and you're not going to be repugnant at the like
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I also like sometimes girls will ask like, what do you prefer, like a girl that's clean shaven or like pubes or. To me, I think it's almost like haircuts. Like certain things look better on certain people.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like some girls
Definitely.
look really hot clean shaven. Some girls like I saw like one time I was in a threesome where I was like 19, I couldn't get hard.
Yeah.
And so I'm like in the bathroom, like trying to fucking
Yeah.
inspire something. You know what I mean? Like the fucking smoke alarm is going off from
Yeah.
how bad I'm rubbing.
Yeah.
Fucking. But this girl just walked into the room, like gorgeous, like dead ringer for Charlize Theron, and she just had this full bush on her, and
Yeah.
I'd never seen just like full bush on her. It was like I will never forget that
Amazing.
moment
That's unreal.
in my entire life of going like, wow, that is fucking incredible.
Yeah, see, when Charlotte and I were watching Naked Attraction, we were like, we would crush this show, and then we were like, wait,
We don't know.
we don't know,
Yeah.
We don't know
Because-
what people like.
because the dude picked this like a bunch of vaginas that I was like, no, I don't look anything like that, and it's okay because it's whatever
to each their
to
own.
each their
Yeah.
own. You
It-
just have to find someone who likes what you're selling.
Right. And it's all just
Yeah.
about, you know, what the guy saw when he was 3 and he walked in on his mom in the shower. It's really just that forms what he's going to like later in life subconsciously.
Yeah,
You know, I think I read that in a book. Probably not, but
it sounds Freudian.
yeah.
That's good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I also think, like, more important than... I don't think women give a shit about guys' pubes for the most part. Like,
I
you're
think so.
wrong.
really? What are your
Yeah.
guys' preferences?
You need to be
I
like
trimmed.
trimmed enough.
I don't want
No
to
one
get
wants-
any of it in my mouth.
exactly.
Like
Right.
if it's like at the wisps at the end of a shaft. I've fucked a hairy shaft before.
What?
If that's you, get it waxed. Don't shave it because it is prickly to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
It it was second day growth, I think, for the dude, and I was like, this feels like fucking a cactus.
Right.
But yeah,
But if a dude's, like, got, like, ball hairs,
fine,
yeah, you don't care.
fine.
There's like a line, you know, things need to be groomed and presentable, but I also find like you put like a fucking like a decent lotion on your dick before you're getting blown, and that has like a good soft scent to it. That goes a long way.
Well,
Is that a
hopefully
thing?
Make
People
it,
put a lotion
make
on
it
their
like
dick?
tasty.
I was just
or
gonna say,
like
what it
not
would taste
like make it like a sex lotion though.
Well,
Yeah, I don't want people getting like poison from your dick.
Yo, you spitting poison from your dick.
How did she die?
No, like
She
back when I
sucked
used to
Lev's dick.
back when I used to like completely shave, like I would take like a Dove like men's
Yeah.
aftershave and like put it on,
okay.
and then like
see.
later a girl would be like, "Oh shit, like this smells awesome."
Well,
And I-
yeah, smell is really important.
course.
Girls are like
Yeah.
all about senses, like not just visual, but like hearing things and smelling things. And
Yeah.
like I know I have a really strong sense of smell.
Yeah.
So like I could easily be turned off if like a dude farts. Like, I'm just
Well, I
like,
think everybody would be.
Sometimes
well, not even just like in my face, but like you just know when it's
Yeah.
like under the covers.
because I'm around Ben so much and his farts, sometimes I'll smell like another fart that's similar and I'll be like, oh, Ben.
That's hilarious.
Or weed and farts mixed. I'll be like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I love him.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna
It's him.
say. I thought you were gonna say you're around Ben's farts so often that you could know when they're coming. Like,
Oh, I
you
don't.
could
No.
smell them before they happen.
No, I only know because he's like, pull my finger.
I
You should
think
go pull my dick. And then just,
He did say pull my dick once and then he farted. It was so funny.
that's hilarious.
It was so funny that I literally was laughing about it like 6 hours later out of nowhere in an
Yeah,
Uber
that's
pool.
amazing.
It
Yeah.
sounds like you guys have a great relationship.
we have fun.
Yeah,
We have fun.
That's tremendous. I would
Yeah.
hope, like, if I was a kid of yours, to hear stories like that one day.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
That is a scary thought. A Ben and Remy kid. Ooh, okay.
I think you'd be a funny kid.
I hope it. I
be a
hope it would be
hilarious kid.
fat. Well, it would eat a ton of McDonald's because we do.
Yeah,
Oh my God, it would look. I look like
I
I'm
think if you-
McDonald's right now.
I think
Look at
if
my
you,
shirt.
You do. Yeah, I think if you guys had a kid, it would go completely the other way. Though it'd become like a corporate lawyer.
Yeah,
just
it would be
closed
like,
off.
you guys are fucking deadbeats. I
Yeah.
hate you.
I'm not gonna pull your dick again, Dad. The fart joke could only happen so much.
The teachers find out your dad makes you do what?
Yeah.
Well, oh, okay. We talked about your dry coming
Yeah.
at like 6 to 14. Do you remember the first time a load dropped?
You know what's so funny is I remember like because I was a little bit of a late bloomer. I remember like every day I'm like, is today the day? Am I finally gonna come? Like, is this it? Like, I can't wait. And I don't remember the day.
You don't remember that?
I don't know how, but I think the first time I came so hard that like it
It
just
wiped your memory.
I forgot. Like,
Your little legs just went out from
yeah,
under you.
I just blacked out, and that was like the rest of my life from then on. But I was like a late bloomer. I was so insecure as a kid. I was like, I didn't have sex until I was like 18. I didn't kiss a girl until I was 18.
Whoa,
Yeah.
really?
Yep. So you know, it's all coming in now.
Yeah.
And then when you lost your weight when you were how old?
I probably started when I was like 15 or 16, but I'm still losing weight. I mean, when I started having sex, I was still like heavier. Like I was
Okay.
like 240, which is like
You weren't even lifting a big boy. No, I'm just
no. I mean, like, but at the time, like I had
yeah.
no muscle on me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm a completely different body type now. Like I actually fucking work out. I box. I do yoga. You know, I walk around with a Starbucks cup like an elitist. I'm a real basic bitch now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like back then, it was like no fucking cardio strength whatsoever. Just losing hard-ons.
Yeah.
Like. You know,
losing.
It's
Yeah.
like, I'm tired, let's stop.
yeah. No, I'd walk around like, where did I put that boner? I lost it somewhere.
Used to happen.
Yeah.
This has been the best.
This has been lovely. I do have a question though. In
Oh.
rapping, did you guys decide? Fuck boy, softy?
I
Where
already
we
knew
at?
the answer before you came on.
What was it?
I do
Yeah.
think you're like a good empathetic person
Oh,
who
thank
might
you.
have a fuckboy tendency, but we all have those tendencies.
I'm also 21. Like, you know, I'm still
Yeah,
figuring
he's
the shit
still
out.
growing.
Listen,
Yeah.
we've all done things.
Still growing and not showing, folks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Where can our fans find you and your podcast?
I'm mostly on Instagram, LEVFER. My podcast is called Young Daddy, but spelled YUNG. So young. It also has Instagram, Young Daddy Podcast. Follow those. Come out to a show. I'm going to be touring in 2019. I'm going to be going to like DC, Boston, a bunch of different cities, LA, San Francisco. So come out to a show. I'll have like a schedule out within like the next month once
Amazing.
I get my shit together.
We have to ask this at the end of every sexual experience
Right.
as kind,
Empathetic.
people. Lev, did you finish?
Yeah, I definitely got off.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time on How Come.
Bye.
How come? How come? How come I can't achieve? How come I can't achieve? I'm rolling up my sleeves. I'm rolling up my sleeves. Oh baby, I believe these guests can help. 'Cause I can't do it by myself. I wanna jizz